Today I'll do a full Google Stitch tutorial. Why do I use it? Simply because its aesthetics are so good. I use it for many of my sites and products. It supports editing and exporting to Figma. Recently there were two core upgrades. First is Design.md. Now based on your preferred style, it can generate a full visual system. With this system, your design style can consistently produce products without drifting. Second, it can preview your product interactions. You can just select your finished designs, click preview, and it generates a clickable product demo. It's like seeing the final product before development starts, which is very helpful. We'll cover the functional modules and what I consider the right workflow and order. At the end, I'll also share some advanced tips I personally find useful. Before starting, let's clarify its positioning. Stitch isn't a tool to replace Figma. It's more for brainstorming, perfect for turning your ideas into a visible product form early on, improving communication efficiency. You can show it to AI or let designers and developers see it. It's all very useful. First, let's go to the Stitch homepage. On the left are past projects, the center is the start interface, and the function keys below are you can upload images and URLs as design references, choose between an app or a web page, and pick a design system beforehand. Oh, then there's the model selection. I usually pick one or two. If you have many interfaces like an app, I'd suggest two. 3 is for redesigning existing sites, and the last one, Ideate, is for early stage product brainstorming, though I use it less. Before starting, you first need to know what kind of product you're making. If you don't, it's hard to brainstorm here. Is it an app or a site? What problem does it solve? What's its name? What pages and functions will it have? So, for today's case, we'll use a simple example to make a website landing page. The creation process has 3 steps. Step 1. Determine the design system. Step 2. Generate product pages. Step 3. Local adjustments and exporting. If we take a landing page as an example, suppose I want to make a homepage for an AI note-taking tool. We'll type in the input box. First, what is it? What problem does it solve? What modules? Another key point is you can input the feeling you want users to have when they see your product. I want an immersive experience, letting users enter a flow state for typing and writing. Here, I'd suggest finding a design style you like beforehand. It could be images or web pages. It will brainstorm based on these elements rather than just text. So here, use Apple's official website as a visual reference. We click the plus sign in the bottom left, select website URL, and click Start. Next, we'll enter the actual creation interface of Stitch. Its overall creation interface is an infinite canvas that supports dragging and dropping, and all generated content will be displayed here. The bottom is the area where you communicate with the AI, and the top left is where the AI responds. The only difference here is that these two things are separate, which is a bit different from our typical AI tools. Then you can change this and that. In the bottom left corner is the record of each of our conversations. You can think of it as a history log where we can find previous modifications. On the far right is the specific editing and adjustment, such as modifying the text content inside or adjusting other things. Then we enter the first stage. What we need to do is first confirm the design style of your entire product. Previously, we selected the Apple official website, and it has already provided a preliminary visual. You can see the style of this artboard. It's actually a design system. It's as if it has summarized a set of Apple-style design systems based on the website you provided. Then you double click and you can even directly adjust its color, font size, and corner radius here, which will be reflected in the design system accordingly. Click on Design.md in the upper right corner. It's a text-based design specification that tells the AI what needs to be followed. You can even give this thing to a real interaction designer or to the AI, both of which can help your product be made better. Now, what if this isn't the design system I want? Well, we can also upload different URLs or images to let it create a new design style. Finally, use an image description to have it regenerate a design system. At this step, we don't need to look at the design details inside. All we need to do is confirm the overall style. Step 2. Once you've confirmed the design system, we then go on to create the pages. This way all the pages will follow the same system. Since our case is a landing page, it's just one page, but suppose it's a website. A website will have different pages. So we just type in this chat box, asking it to create for us based on this design system. For example, a product page, a pricing page, an about us page, or a product features page. The more specific you are, the more the generated content will meet your requirements. You can preview your product's effect here in advance. Select all the pages, for example, all the pages included in this website we made, and then click the play button at the top. It will create an interactive interface. This is where you can actually click the buttons and see the real interactions and transitions. You can see a final effect before development. You can even record the screen and post it online to let users see what the product looks like and get user feedback in advance. In the third stage, after the generation is complete, The last thing we need to do is make local adjustments. If it's a major modification like the overall color space, which might affect the whole thing, you just click on an image and then use a text description below to make a general change. Another way is to click on the image, then click annotate under modify at the top. With this feature, you can select the specific part you want to modify on the page, and you can also enter specific text. For some small changes like changing the text content, just go to the pencil icon on the right, and then go back to the image, select edit text and adjust the content inside. If some parts are images, you can also directly copy and paste an image URL to perform a rough image replacement and see the general effect. After confirming, we click the top right to export to Figma for more detailed adjustments. Finally, I'll share two advanced usage methods. The first one is a tool I recommend called Component Library. It contains various design elements and terminology, allowing you to describe the type of interaction you need to the AI more accurately. Yeah, and then over here, it also has many ready-made design systems. You can pick what you like and even click in to copy the site as a design reference. The second tip is to draw a sketch beforehand. I've found that giving Stitch a prototype helps it better follow your intended effect. At big tech companies, we'd have requirement docs, then product docs. Requirements explain the problem, and product docs detail each section. You don't need to learn all that, but you can draw a simple diagram. Then, frame out the layout showing what goes where. Upload the screenshot to Stitch and let it design from your prototype. It'll create something that better fits your needs. I think Stitch iterates incredibly fast. It bridges the design gap between your idea and the actual product. I've been using it lately and it's a tool worth learning. In the future, it might even replace Figma as an AI native tool for making fine adjustments directly. If you have questions, leave a comment. Alright, that's it for today. Hope you liked it. See you next time.